Welcome, gents. Let's be honest. Most of us spend an unhealthy amount of time obsessing over things that don't really matter. Whether it's keeping up with the latest TikTok trend, desperately refreshing social media for that one extra like, or attending pointless networking events in the hope that someone important will notice us. We care about fitting in, being liked, and not missing out. Now enter the Sigma male, a guy who looks at all this and says, "Yeah, I'm good, thanks." While the rest of the world is stressing over their social ranking, Sigma males are out there minding their own business, literally. They couldn't care less about most of the stuff that society deems important. From the pressure to follow trends to office politics to mind-numbing small talk, Sigma males have one unified reaction. Nah. In this brutally honest rundown, we're diving into all the things that everyone else loses sleep over, but Sigma males just shrug off. Expect a few laughs, some uncomfortable truths, and a whole lot of who cares moments. Let's see what happens when someone simply refuses to play by the rules everyone else is trying to follow. So, gents, stay with me until we reach the final point. And be sure to drop your thoughts in the comments. Number 13, celebrating milestones like everyone else. Most people treat milestones like checkboxes on life's to-do list. Birthdays, weddings, promotions, all followed by big parties, gifts, and endless social media posts. There's an unspoken rule that you're supposed to make a big deal out of these things, whether it's for yourself or someone else. But Sigma males? They look at all this fanfare and think, what's the point? For Sigma males, these traditional celebrations often feel forced or meaningless. They don't get caught up in the societal pressure to make every birthday a spectacle or to throw a massive wedding just because everyone else does. It's not that they don't care about milestones. They just don't see why they should need a public show to prove it. Sigma males often measure their accomplishments by personal, quiet victories, things that don't require balloons, toasts, or awkward speeches in front of a crowd. Their idea of achievement is more about self-growth or hitting goals that matter to them, not what society says is important. A promotion might be nice, but they won't feel the need to organize a big dinner or gather their colleagues for a round of applause. It's just another step forward, not a life-changing event. To Sigma males, public validation feels hollow. Their milestones aren't about applause. They're about personal satisfaction. And if that means skipping the cake, the party hats, and the Instagram shout-outs, so be it. They're content with celebrating quietly on their own terms and moving on to the next challenge. Number 12, living by timelines. Most people live their lives according to society's preset schedule. By a certain age, you're supposed to have your life sorted out, career established, house bought, maybe even a couple of kids. There's this invisible pressure to check off these milestones as if falling behind makes you a failure. But Sigma males? They don't care about timelines. In fact, they toss that whole checklist out the window. Sigma males live on their own terms, refusing to let someone else's idea of success dictate how they should live. They're not racing against any clock, and they definitely don't feel the pressure to reach certain milestones by a certain age. If they want to settle down, they'll do it when it feels right for them, if they ever decide to at all. Career milestones? They'll hit them when they're good and ready, or not care at all if the traditional path doesn't interest them. Society's obsession with timelines doesn't faze them because they know that true success isn't defined by arbitrary deadlines. Sigma males focus on what works for their personal goals, not what everyone else expects. They understand that life isn't a one-size-fits-all formula, and forcing yourself to meet someone else's deadlines only leads to frustration. So while others stress about being behind in life, Sigma males are calmly doing their thing, moving at their own pace, unbothered by the ticking clock that seems to worry everyone else. They're not late. They're just not playing the same game. Number 11, fear of failure. Most people treat failure like the ultimate nightmare, something to be avoided at all costs. They panic at the thought of messing up, afraid that one misstep could ruin everything, whether it's their career, reputation, or even how they see themselves. Sigma males, though, they shrug it off. Failure, to them, isn't a big deal. In fact, it's barely even a thing. Sigma males don't waste time fearing failure because they don't see it as some grand defining moment. It's just part of the process. If they try something and it doesn't work, so what? They'll pick up whatever they learned and keep moving. To them, failure is a temporary situation, not a permanent mark. It's like tripping on a sidewalk. You fall, get up, brush off the dirt, and carry on. No need to analyze it to death or let it become part of your identity. While most people would dwell on a mistake or replay their failures in their heads like a bad movie, Sigma males take the lesson and let it go. They don't obsess over what went wrong. They focus on what to do next. It's not that they enjoy failing, it's just that they don't fear it like everyone else does. Failure is simply a stepping stone, not a dead end. So while everyone else is paralyzed by the thought of messing up, Sigma males are busy experimenting, learning, and evolving, knowing that failure is just part of the game, not the final score. Number 10. Seeking social status through social media. Most people treat social media like a personal PR campaign, carefully curating every post, photo, and status update to project an image of success, excitement, or connection. It's a highlight reel, showing off their best moments, vacations, achievements, or even meals, hoping for likes, shares, and comments to validate their choices. It's all about the performance, the subtle or not-so-subtle chase for social status. Sigma males? They see right through this. To them, social media is mostly just noise, an endless stream of people trying too hard to impress. They're not interested in the vanity of likes or keeping up appearances. If they do use social media, it's strictly functional. They'll post if there's a real reason, maybe to share something meaningful or connect with someone in a way that's useful. But they're not logging in just to scroll through someone else's carefully filtered life. Sigma males don't feel the need to broadcast their every move or make it seem like they've got everything figured out. They live on their own terms, and the idea of needing social media to confirm their worth or boost their ego is laughable to them. They've got better things to do than worry about how many followers they have or whether their last post got enough attention. In their eyes, true confidence doesn't need a digital stamp of approval. Thank you for being a valued subscriber, Gents. Your ongoing support is greatly appreciated and motivates us to continue creating meaningful content. We truly value your engagement. Number 9. Fitting into predefined roles. Most people are handed a script in life: go to school, get a job, get married, buy a house, have kids, work until you're 65, retire, and hope there's something left in your 401k to enjoy. Society loves its neat little boxes, and most people willingly squeeze themselves in whether it fits or not. Sigma males, though, they crumple that script into a ball and toss it straight into the trash. Sigma males don't feel the need to follow these preset roles that everyone else seems to chase without question. Career ladder? They'll climb it if they want, but only if it suits them. Family expectations? They aren't trying to live up to someone else's ideal version of success. The idea of following someone else's roadmap just seems pointless. Sigma males don't like being told what their life should look like, and they sure aren't going to let anyone else define it for them. They create their own definitions of success, whether that's ditching the traditional 9-to-5 to pursue their passion, choosing solitude over forced social gatherings, or rejecting the societal pressure to settle down in favor of living on their own terms. Does this make other people uncomfortable? Sometimes. Perplexed? Definitely. But Sigma males are fine with that. They don't care about making sense to the masses. They're busy living life by their own rules, and they're happier for it. Number 8. Maintaining fake friendships. For most people, maintaining a wide circle of friends is like a full-time job. They go to parties they don't really want to attend, engage in small talk that feels more like a chore, and keep connections alive just for the sake of appearances or networking. It's all about maintaining that "look at me, I'm popular" image. But for Sigma males, this approach is as appealing as a root canal. When it comes to friendships, Sigma males don't mess around. If a relationship starts feeling shallow or forced, they won't hesitate to cut the cord. They believe in quality over quantity. Why keep up with a bunch of so-called friends who only come around when it's convenient or when there's something to gain? It's not just exhausting, it's a waste of time. Sigma males prefer a tight-knit circle of genuine connections. they'll take a couple of meaningful friendships over 100 superficial ones any day. It's not about having the largest friend group. It's about having people in their lives who actually get them, support them, and share real experiences. They don't need to play the social game of who's who or worry about missing out on the latest trends. So while everyone else is busy juggling fake friendships, hoping to impress others, Sigma males are off enjoying life with the few who truly matter. They know that life is too short for fluff and forced smiles. They'd rather have a handful of authentic connections that enrich their lives than a crowd that adds nothing but noise. Number 7, being seen as nice. Most people spend a lot of time trying to be nice, smoothing things over, avoiding conflict, and making sure everyone's comfortable. They smile when they don't mean it, agree when they really don't, and bend over backwards just to be liked. Sigma males, though, they have no patience for that. They don't care if people find them nice or even likable. They'd rather be real even if that ruffles a few feathers. Sigma males speak their mind, no filter. If something's off, they'll call it out. If they disagree, you'll know about it. They're not interested in tiptoeing around people's feelings just to avoid awkwardness. That bluntness? Yeah, it can sometimes come across as rude or even abrasive, but Sigma males aren't losing any sleep over it. They value honesty over pleasantries, and if that means they don't win any popularity contests, so be it. What's funny is, this raw authenticity can actually attract people in the long run. While others are busy being agreeable and people-pleasing, Sigma males stand out by simply being themselves. You might not always like what they have to say, but you can be sure it's coming from a place of truth, not just an attempt to fit in or keep the peace. For Sigma males, authenticity always beats popularity. They're not here to play nice, they're here to be real. And if some people can't handle that, well, that's not their problem. Number 6, networking for clout. Networking events are like social gyms. Everyone's there flexing their connections, trying to impress the right people, and hoping to walk out with something that boosts their status. For most, it's about shaking the right hands, swapping business cards, and flashing their best fake smiles. But for Sigma males, this entire routine is exhausting and pointless. Sigma males have zero interest in schmoozing just for the sake of climbing some invisible social ladder. They're not chasing validation or trying to get in with the in crowd. Instead, they focus on building relationships that actually mean something. If they connect with someone, it's because there's real value, mutual respect, shared interests, or a genuine exchange of ideas. They don't waste time on people they think might help them look better or get ahead. While others are busy playing the game, dropping names, and pretending to care about people they can't stand, Sigma males are quietly cultivating a handful of meaningful relationships with people they truly respect. And the funny thing is, these relationships often turn out to be more valuable in the long run. Sigma males don't care about collecting contacts for clout, they care about depth, not breadth. So while everyone else is circling the room trying to make a good impression, the Sigma male is probably having a one-on-one conversation in the corner with someone who actually matters to them. And if that doesn't boost their status, well, they couldn't care less. They're not playing that game. Number 5, office politics. Office politics is like a bad reality show that never ends, full of fake smiles, backdoor alliances, and people pretending to care about things just to get ahead. Most people spend their workdays navigating this nonsense, trying to figure out who's got the boss's ear, who's gunning for a promotion, and who to befriend to avoid getting thrown under the bus. Now, Sigma males, they see all of this and think, what a waste of time. They're not interested in climbing over coworkers or kissing up to higher-ups. Sigma males show up, do their job better than most, and then go home. They don't need the drama. They don't want to deal with passive-aggressive emails, performative meetings, or colleagues who smile in your face while plotting against you behind your back. In fact, the typical office politics game is so boring to them that they almost view it as a distraction. While everyone else is busy trying to outmaneuver each other, Sigma males quietly excel by focusing on what actually matters: results. Their work speaks for itself, and that's how they prefer it. They're not concerned with winning popularity contests or manipulating their way up the ladder. Instead, they let their skills and performance do the talking, and if that doesn't get them ahead in the company, no problem. They're perfectly fine walking away from environments that value political games over real talent. Number 4. Romantic idealism. For most people, romantic love is like a fairy tale, complete with sweeping gestures, grand declarations, and the kind of passion that feels like it's straight out of a movie. They get lost in idealized notions of love, dreaming of soulmate connections and picture-perfect relationships, often setting themselves up for disappointment. Enter Sigma males, who are sitting back with a raised eyebrow, watching the chaos unfold. They see all this romantic idealism for what it is, an unrealistic and often frustrating quest. Sigma males approach relationships with a healthy dose of pragmatism. They're not interested in chasing fairy tale romances or getting swept up in the drama of love at first sight. Instead, they prioritize real connections grounded in mutual respect, shared values, and genuine understanding. For them, love isn't about grand gestures or unrealistic expectations. It's about finding someone who complements their life and shares their goals. They value authenticity over theatrics, knowing that relationships require effort, communication, and compromise. Instead of daydreaming about the perfect partner, Sigma males focus on building solid partnerships where both individuals can grow and thrive. They understand that love can be messy and complex, but that doesn't mean it can't be fulfilling. So while everyone else is caught up in their romantic fantasies, Sigma males are busy cultivating relationships that are meaningful and real. They know that true companionship isn't about fitting into some ideal mold. It's about finding a partner who respects their individuality and shares their journey. No fairy godmother required. Number 3. Seeking permission to act. Most people are like deer in headlights when it comes to making decisions, frozen by the fear of judgment or the need for approval. They deliberate endlessly, asking friends for opinions, scrolling through online forums for validation, and waiting for what they believe is the right time to take action. It's as if they need a permission slip signed by the universe before they can move forward. But for Sigma males, that whole approach is just baffling. Sigma males operate on a different wavelength. They don't need anyone's approval to act. If they see an opportunity or feel a strong inclination to do something, they jump in without hesitation. They trust their instincts and take full responsibility for their choices, whether they turn out great or flop spectacularly. There's no waiting around for the stars to align or for someone else to give them a nod of approval. This independent mindset doesn't mean they're reckless. It means they're confident in their ability to make decisions and learn from the outcomes. If they fail, they don't wallow in self-doubt or replay their mistakes endlessly. They simply analyze what went wrong and adjust their approach. While others are busy second-guessing themselves and trying to find consensus, Sigma males are taking action, forging their own path, and owning every step of the way. They understand that waiting for permission is just a way to miss out on life, so they blaze their own trail, one that reflects their values and aspirations, not the expectations of others. And that's a freedom most people only dream of. Number 2, celebrity culture and gossip. For many people, celebrity culture is like the ultimate reality show that never ends. They binge-watch the latest dramas, scroll through endless gossip columns, and keep tabs on every influencer's move. It's a full-time job just to stay updated on who's dating whom, who wore what at the latest gala, and what viral challenge everyone is trying. But for Sigma males, this obsession is more baffling than entertaining. They see the whole circus as a colossal waste of time. Sigma males don't care about the lives of celebrities who, let's face it, don't impact their daily existence in any meaningful way. They're not interested in the latest celebrity breakup or a new TikTok dance that everyone else seems to be trying. To them, it's hard to justify dedicating brain space to people whose biggest achievement might be looking good on a red carpet or posting a carefully curated vacation pic. Instead of obsessing over the lives of the rich and famous, Sigma males focus on what truly matters to them. They'd rather invest their time in genuine relationships, personal growth, or even learning a new skill than in the soap opera that is celebrity gossip. They know that real life, with its messy and unpredictable moments, is far more interesting than the stage dramas of the entertainment industry. While others are caught up in the whirlwind of pop culture, Sigma males choose to live authentically and focus on what enriches their lives, not what's trending on social media. For them, the world of celebrity culture is just noise, and they're happy to tune it out in favor of a more meaningful existence. Number 1. Needing to fit in. For most people, fitting in is like a rite of passage. They spend countless hours tweaking their personalities, styles, and even opinions just to blend in with the crowd. It's all about finding the right vibe, nodding along to conversations, and wearing what everyone else is wearing, all in the name of acceptance. It can feel like a constant performance, and let's be real, it's exhausting. But for Sigma males, that whole fitting in game isn't just tedious, it's downright silly. Sigma males don't care about fitting in. They refuse to change who they are to match a group's expectations. If they like a particular style, they wear it. If they have a quirky sense of humor, they embrace it. They're unapologetically themselves, even if that means standing out like a sore thumb at a party full of matching outfits. They'd rather be the odd one out than conform to some fabricated mold just to feel accepted. It's not that they're trying to be rebels for the sake of it, they simply understand that authenticity is far more important than fitting in. They know that trying to please everyone is a losing game, and honestly, it's way more fun to embrace their unique quirks and interests. If that means some people might not get them or even judge them, so be it. In a world where so many are trying to fit into neat little boxes, Sigma males are happy to live outside those lines. They know that true connection comes from being real, not from pretending to be someone they're not. And that's a freedom most people will never understand. In a world obsessed with fitting in, climbing social ladders, and curating perfect images, Sigma males stand out like a well-worn book on a shelf full of shiny new bestsellers. They're the ones who look at societal norms and say, "Thanks, but no thanks." While the rest of us are busy stressing over networking events, celebrity gossip, and checking off life's obligatory milestones, Sigma males are out there living life on their own terms, unapologetically doing their thing. These guys don't buy into the hype of what everyone else is supposed to care about. They cut ties with superficial friendships, reject the notion of fitting into predefined roles, and see failure as just another chance to learn. They don't need public validation to feel worthy, nor do they feel pressured to chase after what society deems important. Instead, they cultivate real relationships, prioritize their passions, and define success in ways that actually resonate with them. At the end of the day, Sigma males remind us that life doesn't have to be a competition or a performance. They show us that authenticity trumps popularity every time. So while the rest of us are out there juggling our expectations and trying to keep up appearances, they're happily embracing their individuality, proving that sometimes it's perfectly fine to march to the beat of your own drum, even if it means being a little out of sync with the rest of the world. And honestly, who wouldn't want to be that confident rebel? Thank you, gents, for tuning in, and stay safe. God bless.